Hey guys, Parallel here. Today we're going to talk about and review Destroy All Humans. Destroy All Humans is a remake of the original Destroy All Humans, of course, on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. Today we're reviewing the Xbox One version that is also for the PS4 and PC version. So, Destroy All Humans is a game about an alien named Crypto who is a clone of an even smarter alien who goes down to Earth to retrieve DNA for their alien kind to clone and make more versions of themselves because they're slowly dying off. And for every clone that they make, the dumber they actually get. So they have to go down to Earth and retrieve alien DNA that was put into humans so they can remake even smarter clones. So, Destroy All Humans, the story. It's okay. I mean, it's just like one of those old PS2 kind of stories. You know, you played it, it was funny, whatever. It's pretty cheesy. You know, it's supposed to make fun of the typical like 1960s, 1970s, 1950s, you know, kind of first time we've ever ran into quote unquote ran into an alien, um, or the famous crop circles that we've seen around the world and all that. It's supposed to make fun of those kind of genres of movies because obviously the voices that are being played from the news and then like the news anchors and the military figures and all that and the political figures that's supposed to represent at the time. So it's a hot take on those, and the story is very simple. Like how I explained, it's very simple in the fact that it's literally just alien has to go down on Earth, destroy humans, gather DNA, destroy bosses that get in his way, go back to his spaceship, make more clones, whatever. That's basically the gist of the story. I would say the story maybe like a six, solid 6 out of 10, maybe 6.5. There isn't really much to it. It's a very straightforward story. It's not confusing in any way. Not intricate. You learn a lot about the characters. You don't really learn a lot about the characters that are involved. There's really only two main characters. It's just Crypto and his, I guess, father figure, his original version. And then you meet like this military officer guy, a lady, and some other people. You meet along the way some scientists and all that, but they're not really important because once you kill them or destroy them or whatever, you don't ever talk to them ever again. And so that's basically the story. Pretty cheesy. Some things I like to highlight. The environment. The game is redone in the Unreal Engine. For the most part, it looks pretty good. I thought the character designs were kind of weird, but like maybe it was a stylistic choice, I guess, because they kind of look like toy figures. Maybe they were supposed to represent how toys looked back then too. So they used like similar like looking figurines as models for their characters. Um, the environment in the game, compared to the original, is much more vibrant in color. I would say um, the original game was very gray, very old. Like today's standards, is looks very old, and the graphics aren't any better. Um, but now it's like the sunny beaches are super sunny, and there's sunsets for some of the levels, and it's really like the nighttime really pop. The colors really pop, and there's even some levels that are cloudy but still do a good job at making the colors look very very vibrant and very nice. Like the one level where it's like literally a factory town, literally covered in smog everywhere. Looks very looks good. Looks good. Like it turns the gray and makes different shades of gray and 50 Shades of Gray, and it looks much better than it did in the original. I never really played the original. I vaguely remember playing at a friend's house. He would invite me. We would just mess around and just destroy stuff. Um, but yeah, the environment was very. It looks very good. In terms of the character design, it was okay. Um, so gameplay. The only difference that I know of in gameplay has been for in the original game you couldn't use the jetpack and shoot whatever weapon you had in your like in your hands at the time. Now you can literally shoot, swap weapons, and throw or use your telekinetic powers and all that while you're on or while you're using your jetpack. So that's very cool. That was very nice. It was very helpful because when you're using the jetpack, you're actually very fast, and so you could evade the enemies when there's a lot of them, or when there's or when there's a lot of big enemies and stuff. They keep bombarding you with tons of missiles and bullets and all that. Um, Enemies, I would say they were very easy. They all had their own quirks to get around and work around. Um, those like quirks were very easy to like overcome. All the bosses were pretty easy. I would say the only boss I had a hard time with was the last, I guess technically boss and a half, because you would fight the giant robot and then you would fight the lady, the psychic lady. I honestly, the story didn't really interest me that much, so I forgot their names, but the lady was probably the hardest part. Oh my goodness. I probably spent like an hour trying to defeat the boss. And let me get something straight. I've played games where it takes 2, 3 hours, 4 hours to beat the boss, but like it's understandable because that's how the game is built. But the game through the whole entire game, it was pretty easy to like kill bosses or destroy enemies and all that or whatever the objective was. But that boss, oh my goodness, you had to like constantly hide, and you had to cheese the last boss a little bit, and you'd have to get lucky with how she drop, or sometimes when the drops would be nearby, and jeez, it took much longer than what it needed to. I think that was the only negative part. Um, I know there's a second game. I'm not sure if they'll remake it. It wasn't as critically uh, claimed as the first one. It might have been still good. I'm not sure. I've never read any reviews or seen any reviews about the second game. But if they do make a second game, maybe I'll buy it, and maybe it'll be better than the original. But who knows? But for this one, I would give the story a 6.5. Gameplay, probably like an 8, 8.5. It was pretty solid for the kind of game that it is. It or technically better from the original too. Environment and characters, 6. So I would probably give this game like a 7.5, maybe an 8, late 8. Um, I was looking very much forward to playing the game, and I beat it, and now I'm just playing some other games. So, no, I wouldn't say it left a mark on me or anything, but it was definitely worth playing through and doing all the side quests and collecting all the probes and um, the boss fights and the cheesy little jokes. The jokes, I know they're cheesy on purpose to kind of resemble the cheesiness of old timey TV, or I wouldn't say old timey TV, but old TV back in the 70s and 60s and all that. But like some jokes were funny and some like cringe. But for the most part, it was very pretty easy, like subtitles to follow and story plots to follow. Um, yeah, I think I would give this game a 7.5. Look forward to my next video. I'm not sure what game I'm gonna review next. I also plan on reviewing some anime that I finish and some music that I like listening to. Behind the camera is actually a Vote Igor poster. I bought it when I bought the shirt that Tyler the Creator released when his album Igor came out. I know it's like almost been a year and a half since the album came out, but I'll probably do a review on that. And probably also Flower Boy, Cherry Bomb, and some other of his other albums, and some other albums from other creators. Anime wise, I'll probably do mainly anime that are 100% complete. Right now, I'm going through the long trek that are the 900 episodes of One Piece. Right now, I'm about episode 70. It's pretty good. I I'll mention in another video, but there's a lot of anime that are out right now during the summer that are very good that I want to talk about. Some music that have come out this year that I really want to talk about. Especially some meaningful music to me, like Mac Miller. I really like Jacob Collier. Tyler the Creator is my favorite, I think. Eminem released a new album recently. There's definitely a lot of artists I'd like to talk about and some of their music and anime and more games and all that. So please subscribe, like, and hopefully leave a comment. I'm not sure who's all going to see this video and who all this pertains to, but if you see this review, I really hope you enjoy it. I'm literally recording on my phone and I play games whenever I have time. So I try to do reviews. For right now, I'm doing reviews on recent games that I've played. But when I start to do reviews for newer games, I'll probably have better editing on that. I'll have one of my friends edit, or maybe I'll pay some editor or something, and I'll have better thumbnails. Um, so I really hope you guys look forward to that if any of you guys watch it. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.